Hello and welcome to the second episode of the Nerd on Tour podcast. Today I join Guillaume Lorain. Please forgive my French, I am not too familiar with this language. Still, if you are interested in all the things we are talking about, please go to nerdontour.net/Lorain. That is in English, Lorain, Lorain. nerdontour.net/Lorain. Welcome to Nerd on Tour podcast. Today I am talking with Guillaume, a friend who I met in the Hatchery place. It's a co-living space in Kuala Lumpur where I am right now. And I think a few months ago we had a pleasure to meet here. And Guillaume is French, from France, as far as I know, but we will dig into the details in a minute. He is well into search engine optimization. He creates his own content, manages websites, and which is the most important here, he's also a digital nomad, spending a lot of time in different places. Currently, you are in Bali. Is that right, Yam?
Hello, Pietrek. Yes, I'm currently in Bali and it's raining.
Oh, is it? I think it's the same here in Kuala Lumpur. I think it's maybe the same cloud that is actually covering you and me here.
Yeah, it's horrible. Yeah, since the beginning of the month, it's raining almost every day.
Oh, really?
So it's not as paradise as we can think.
Okay. And even though it's raining right now, you are enjoying the place a bit different due to the pandemic. But I would like to focus more about more kind of evergreen topics and your journey that caused this movement, and that you are currently in this place. But let's start with your original place. So if I may ask you about your background, like where in which part of France did you grow up, and what is your the original place that you call home?
Yes, so I'm from Burgundy in France. So it's the middle of France for people who do not know. Mm-hmm. It's not the most famous part of France because we don't have the sea, we don't have the mountain, and we don't have a very big city in Burgundy, but we have some wine. So we have Chablis. So it's the most famous thing about Burgundy. It's the Chablis and the wine. Mm-hmm. And the other thing that it's famous, it's the mustard, because the main city of Burgundy is Dijon, and so it's the mustard Dijon. Yeah.
Very nice. And are you a fan of this kind of tastes, like the French wine and the local mustard?
Yes, I like it. But since I'm a digital nomad, I don't eat a lot of mustard and cheese. That's something, I can live with that. Yeah, it's very easy for me to live with that.
You're not addicted to French cheese and wine. You don't need to buy those bottles when you are like on the other side of the world. So it's so you are like easy to adapt, like wherever you go. Is that right?
Yes, exactly. And if I want to buy some French cheese, for example, here in Bali, it's very, very expensive. So, it's another good reason to do not eat some French cheese.
Sure, but I am always very cautious about exploring different cultures, and those kind of stereotypes are like symbols. We like to think about places and cultures in terms of for example, these products. But if someone would like to kind of learn more, something much more kind of solid about your region, would you recommend any books, movies, or other sources to actually kind of understand, for example, the history of mustard?
There is not a lot of movie or books about Burgundy. To be honest, I don't know almost. Yeah.
It's fine if you don't have anything like from top of your mind. It's okay. I'm just asking, in terms of when someone is going to travel, when we all are allowed to travel and the borders are finally open. And I personally would like to go to France. I was only there in Paris for a couple of days, so I will not say that I know France. It definitely needs to go to other places. So that's why I'm asking about such sources. But it's fine. Maybe you will find something later. We can put it in the show notes. So let's switch now more into your journey as a digital nomad. And could you tell me what was the first motive? Did you travel when you were a kid, or did you started it much later? What's the drive for you to spend so much time abroad?
Sorry, I'm not sure what you exactly want for this answer.
I'm asking about what's the primary motivation for you for traveling and nomading?
The primary motivation. Good question.
Take it slow. Don't rush.
Yeah, at first, I started to be a digital nomad because I wasn't very happy in my job in Paris. So one day I say, I will leave France and I will go 1 year in Australia. And because in this country it's very easy to have a working holiday visa for 1 year. So at first, yes, it was 1 year for me. It was the goal of this year. It was 1 year without any real job, with no boss, and where I can travel. So the travel, a big part of the jump into the digital nomad. Because the first year when I was in Australia, I was in my car and I was riding all around the country for 1 year because Excellent. I had a tent of the car. So it was very exciting to drive, and every day I was in a different place. So I really enjoyed it. It was very the travel for the beginning, but I will not do it again for another year like this because it was complex to work in the same time, to travel and work. It's very complex. First, because in Australia it's very hot, and to work with a laptop where
if you don't have an aircon and a proper
exactly, the laptop does not like it, so you can't work a lot. And then the battery, you run out of battery very, very fast. So you can't work one all day, just few hours, maybe 2 hours maximum. And after, with the heat and no power, you have to make some choice. And
so the travel to Australia was actually the first time that you go for such a long period outside of France, and you decided to see the world, see the continent of Australia, but at the same time you were doing some digital work, on your laptop, but you were also doing some local work, like on some farms or some other houses that you could participate, do some volunteering. Is that correct?
Yeah. In Australia, usually people, the foreigner people who are there for working holiday visa travel in a farm to have another year of working holiday visa.
Mm-hmm.
For me, it was not my goal because I was there for 1 year, and since the beginning, I know that it was only 1 year, and I will go somewhere else. But in the same time, it was good for me to stop some in my trip, because when you are 1 year in a car in your tent and in the top of your car,
mm-hmm.
Sometimes it's good to stop somewhere few days or 1 week or 2 weeks, and there is some platform in Australia where you can work and you are not paid, but in exchange the locals host you and feed you. It's pretty. There is no money exchange. It's just you exchange a service. So I've done.
I did it also in Australia and other places. So I think you referred to work away and help exchange.
Yeah, LPX. Yeah, I use LPX, but yes, I think it's something that is very good to do. All the guys I've met with this kind of a job are very cool, because it's not at all a job. It's and when you work only a few hours a day,
so it doesn't feel like a real job. Yeah, it's more kind of like experience and getting to know locals and having some adventures.
Yeah, and I've worked for very different kind of people, and I've worked for farmers, and the farm was in a place where I've been flooded. We had to rebuild almost everything in the farm. So it was very useful for them to have people to help them, and the family had a kangaroo. So the kangaroo night went in my room to sleep. So it was very, very
yes. Some people have a cat as a pet, and they had a kangaroo.
Yeah.
Nice.
And sometimes was even sleeping on my bed. So it was very funny.
But I totally agree that this is a great way to explore long term. Like the working holiday visa in many places is a way to stay for a long duration of time, but at the same under the same visa you can actually do this kind of volunteer work or an actual work and get some experience in your field, or just have a base to stop by, like during the trip. And you did it around the whole continent. I was watching your photos today and the map that you posted with all the points where you stopped. So it's really remarkable, and I totally recommend for others to make similar journey if they want. Would you have any practical advice of how to prepare for such a long journey, or even like how to charge your laptop or your phone and survive with this high temperatures in Australia?
Advice? I don't know if I have a lot of advices, but what I've learned in Australia, it's that it's very easy. At first, I thought it would be harder, Australia, but it's a country where people are very friendly, where the weather is pretty good, and so it was not as hard that I expect. So it's I think a lot of people before to do a trip like this are a little bit afraid, but no, don't be afraid. And yeah, Australia is very welcoming country, and yeah, I think it's maybe one of the best countries to start a trip like this, because it's very, yeah, you have a very big cities, and even in a small town, you can find almost everything. So
very nice.
For example, when I wanted to work a little bit more than in my car, there is library everywhere. So in the library, it's very easy to work. You can plug your laptop, and there is always a solution. Yes, in Australia, it's never been locked somewhere with there is no one, or nobody can help me. No, it's the opposite. There is always someone who can help me. So I think it's pretty easy, and just go. Just go. And,
very nice. I also recommend this. I didn't do the road trip as you, but I have the same experience whenever I go there, because my brother is living in Sydney, and now I have relatives to visit every year. But still, it's definitely one of the best places to start the long-term traveling. So if we could make another step in your journey, I would like to get some background. How did you manage to get a job in Microsoft France? I saw that you were working there. And it's one of those big tech companies, and also in France, I assume it's not a easy task to land a job and to get the experience, because then of course it's nice to show in your experience to others that you had some time with this kind of known brand. So could you tell me about your beginnings, and then how do you actually develop your IT skills?
Yeah, so Microsoft was a company where I worked, but not as I worked for them, but not as I wasn't employed by them, but I was just at the end of my studies. I was working half-time in Microsoft, and I was working at the other part in a school. So I spent 1 year like this, but I was very lucky. Yeah, when I received for this school, I was looking for a company who can help me to do this
internship.
This internship. Yeah. So I was looking. So I've applied to a lot of jobs, and one day I received a call from Microsoft saying, and I didn't reply. I just had a message on my recorder call call recorder.
The voicemail.
Voicemail. And at first say, no, because at this time I didn't have a real version of. I had a cracked version of Microsoft. Say, they contact me because I have.
Seriously.
Okay.
So you were afraid that they are calling you because they are reporting you to police.
I forgot that I applied for a job to, and then I had the guy in the message of the guy and say, it's about the job I apply, and it was very lucky and to have a call of them, and I had an interview, and the guy told me that we were 15 who apply for this job. So 15 interview, and I had to be the best. And so
you needed to provide some copy work, like your article for them to as a way to convince them, or was it like the motivational letter? Like, what was the process?
The process, I seen them in Paris, and I've seen my boss at this time, and there is a match. It was working directly. We were on the same mood, and at the end of the interview, I remember the guy told me that I shouldn't say you that, but you are my favorite for now. There is 10 more after you, but you are my favorite.
Nice.
So
nice.
Okay. So he told me, you are very better than the first 5 I've seen were not good at all. So say, I'm happy, so I crossed my finger. Then a few days after, I had a message to tell me that it was good. So
nice. So that was already in Paris, yeah? You were living in Paris.
Yeah. That was my first job in Paris. I was still in Burgundy at this time, and that my school was in Paris. So I was moving into Paris. So I had a job and the school in Paris.
Nice.
And so I think I'm lucky to have this first company like Microsoft, because I've learned so much with them. Even if it's a kind of company that I will not work for them anymore. It's not a company like this because it's too big, and it's very complex to see the meaning of what you are doing exactly. Well,
I totally agree.
Your thing is good, but you don't know if your work is very useful for the company. If without your work, they will sell more or less products.
Yeah, exactly.
So, sometimes it's a bit, it's not the best. But to learn how to work in a company, they have a lot of process.
Very
nice. Even the weirdest process are always useful. So, for example, I remember in Microsoft, it's forbidden to write in red in an email. The red is forbidden in an email. It's ridiculous. Why? It's not. Why it's forbidden? But after they tell you that the red can be misinterpreted by the guy who reads the email, and maybe you send an email to someone that you have never seen, and the guy who reads the email with the red letters can think you are aggressive to him. So it's not the best. And if you want to say something to someone, don't use things like this. Just call him, but not.
Yeah.
Right.
You need to know
incomprehension or
the proper ways of communication. It's definitely a thing we all need to learn, and it's an ongoing thing. It's not like assignment that you kind of once took during your school years, and now throughout the adult life you know how to deal with it. The language is evolving. Now we use a lot of emojis or like GIFs, and it's I think also quite kind of important to know with whom you can use it. Because if you have some kind of like a casual conversation, you can send some silly GIF and make it more fun. But if you are talking with some possible business person or some customer, then you need to be cautious, like, is it crossing a line, like using the red font in an email? It's definitely something that we need to learn. And speaking of that, is it also a place where you learned about content marketing and search engine optimization and other related topics?
A little bit, yeah, because I was working on the homepage of Microsoft.fr, so the French version of Microsoft. Yes, I was the guy who was updating all the content on this page. So I was working only on this page, the main, the homepage of Microsoft. So it was very, very, very cool to that. So yeah, a lot of content to update, and there is so many products of Microsoft. Yeah, so there is a lot of news, a new version, a new offer, a new Xbox game, there's a lot of information to say, and you have to be on time because there is an event, so the content have to be on the right place in the right time. So so it was a lot of work, and it was also an international organization because we have a lot. At least when I was in Microsoft, it was a launch of Microsoft Windows 8. So it was a very big thing of the year, a big jump into something that is always still a bit there today. There's a change of Microsoft a little bit. And we worked with all the country, and we had a international call to update all the page of the world in the same time. So it was very interesting to work like this. And I remember we had in the building a room, and the room looked like a table, and the table was against a wall, and there is only half a table, and on the wall there is a big screen. And when you are doing a phone call with another country, something like this, you can use this room, and every company, every Microsoft localization in the world has the same table. So when you start to have a communication on this room, it's like this. It's like if you are on the big table with the guy on the. So, it's very interesting.
So
because there is the
almost like having holograms, yeah.
Not exactly hologram, but yes, it's the idea. Yes.
Very nice.
It's the idea because you can see all the table in front of you, like if they were here. So it was very, very fun.
Sorry. So could you tell me what was the transition after working in Microsoft? Were you looking for some other job after spending some time in such a big corporation, something smaller, to kind of see your work and see your influence on the final product, or what was the next steps of your journey to hone your skills in this IT and then search engine skills?
Yes, it was exactly that I wanted to be in a company where my what I can do exactly the ending of what I do. So I decided to work for a small company. I think we were maybe 20 working like this. It was an e-commerce website about everything about phone accessories, and I was lead of marketing. So everything about SEO, everything about marketing, how to sell a product, so emailing. Yes, everything about how to sell and how to promote the product and the sales. I was about it. So it was very interesting for my first real job to be a lead of something.
So they hired you for the position already as a marketing leader, in the company. Okay.
And Microsoft helped me a lot in my resume, I think, to have this job.
For sure, yeah. But it was also a company in Paris, is that right?
Yes, just next to Paris, but yes.
Mm-hmm. And
so I learned a lot.
I also saw that you go to some pharmacy company, or like some beauty products kind of company. And could you just tell me, I don't want to spend too much time in like details, like what exactly did you do in those companies? I am just more curious about the current trending thing of going remote, like working on a distance, the distributed workforce that we have right now, thanks of course to the internet, and like the main premise of being a digital nomad is that you can work from anywhere, so you can choose whatever place suits you. So I'm interested, what was the switch for you? Like when, did you actually do some remote work when you were in France, or was it like only when you went for the big road trip in Australia that you started to work remotely? When was the switch for you?
No, in France, my last company was against the
working remotely.
It was not possible. Since the beginning, they told me that no, you have to be in the office. In the office, and say okay, it's not exactly what I. Okay, I will do that, but. Yeah, for example, when I was in Microsoft, it was possible to do it. So even 8 years ago, Microsoft worked remotely, so it's not something very new. So it's possible to do it since a long time. But it's since thanks to the COVID, it's something very new. But it's a lot of companies do this since a long time.
So did you actually have a time to do this in Microsoft?
Yeah. It was possible. If I remember, I think it was once a week. It was possible to do this once a week. But as an intern, it was not in my plan to do this. But if one day I prefer to be at home for any reason, it was possible for me.
Nice. So, could you just tell me, because it's always interesting that there is a big change, between your everyday work and your everyday activities when you are in your home country, in Paris. It's a big city, a lot of activities, a lot of different things to do for work and after work. And here you are deciding to go for a very long trip to Australia. So, what was the inspiration here? Like, did you read a lot different stories about going particularly to Australia for this one year? Were you getting sick of, for example, coming to the office every day in Paris, and you were seeing that so many people are now switching to this kind of digital nomad lifestyle? Did you have this breaking point that you felt like, no, like this is the day, like I'm going to my boss saying like, I'm no longer working here. Tomorrow I am flying to Australia. Was something like this in your case?
Not exactly. It's a bit much more complex because in 2012 I started a blog. I think this blog is the beginning of my digital nomad journey. Even if at this time it was not, I didn't understood what will happen today. But I think this blog, it's a blog that I still have, and this blog, it's thanks to this blog that I'm here today in Bali, and I can be a digital nomad because I earn money thanks to this blog. So I worked for this fashion blog for a lot of for maybe 5 or 6 years. Yeah, 6 years, like a side project. I was working. I had my work in Paris, and at the same time, at night and the weekend, I was working on this blog, and I started to earn some money with this blog. So more and more, the idea, maybe if I don't work anymore, I can spend more time on this blog, and I can earn more money and be very independent. So yeah, the idea was there more and more in my head. And my last job in the pharmacy e-commerce was not the best, to be honest. So yeah, I really wanted to change job. So I applied for a lot of other things, and one day after I applied for another company, I say, maybe it's not the right time to say no. I don't want another job. I want to work for my company, for my
yourself.
Blogs. Yeah, and to try it. Yeah, I want to try to work for myself and to see if it's possible or not. And I think maybe 1 year. I think at this time we were in 2017. I think we were in 2017. And one of my friends went to the USA for a 1 year of working holiday visa. And in the USA, you have to be under 28 years old. Say, so I can't, because I was older, so I can't go to this country. So, and one day, I don't know why, I had the idea of Australia. I don't remember why I chose this country. But yeah, I think that it's possible to go 1 year and in Australia, and it was the right time because it was the last year and for me to go, because you have to be under 30 to go in Australia. So 29. So I have to go in the year. So yes, I've decided to say, I will leave my job this year and to go in Australia. But it took me 1 year to almost 1 year from the idea and the act, because to go in Australia, I needed to have my driving license, because at this time I didn't have my license in Paris, because in Paris it's not very useful with and everything. So almost 1 year to have my driving license, and when I had it, it was possible for me to leave my job and to go.
Very nice. So did you have, I understand that that was the culmination of different forces, and you realize that the deadline is coming for you, so you want to go and use the last moment of the working holiday visa in Australia. I did the same thing when I was going to Japan. So I also had work and holiday there, and I also had the last moment to use to visit this place for in a such a way. So in terms of going to Australia, and you had this 1 year to prepare yourself, did you can you tell a bit more about in terms of finances, did you prepare exactly the amount you thought that it will be needed for the whole trip, or did you start saving, not going out every weekend, and then trying to preserve to somehow prepare for this new chapter in your life? What was the kind of the actual plan for you to be sure that this plan actually works, and if you land in Australia, you can actually fulfill your dreams and not stuck, not to find yourself in some trouble while being there.
So, but I have the blog, and I earn money with this blog. Mm-hmm. So since the beginning, I knew that every month I earn money with this website, even if I don't work on it. Mm-hmm. So yeah, for me it's very easy.
But was it enough for you to kind of cover your costs in Australia?
Most of the what I need for the amount of money I need for the year mm-hmm. was thanks to the blog. I think maybe 80% of the trip mm-hmm. has been paid thanks to the blog. So I didn't take money from my account uh-huh. to pay things just for the beginning, because I needed to buy a car uh-huh. When I was in Australia. Yeah. So at the beginning I spent a lot of money, but month after month, the blog, I earn some money with the blog, and one more time, I think I'm lucky because it's not a lot of people who can do this. People have to work because they run out of money after if they don't work for 3 months, they don't have money anymore. But it's not my case. So yes, I'm pretty lucky to do this, and I'm not someone who spends a lot of money too. So I'm
definitely
efficient.
Luck is one of the factors that helps us to do what we do. But I would like to get a bit more about the your main website. So correct me if I'm spelling it wrong. It's Rien à ce maître. This is how you pronounce it?
Yes.
Okay. And it means in French nothing to wear. So it's this saying that I think exists in many languages when mostly women, but apparently men also, because you have the section for guys too, when they have this feeling that they open their wardrobe and there is nothing to wear, so they go to the website and buy something that you recommend, that you found worth just showing and describing. Could you tell me more, what's the idea in terms of how many products or how many brands do you work with to get to this level, as you are saying, that the website is working for you, that you don't need to do much every month to get the money from the affiliate marketing, but exactly what was your journey from this 2012 up to today to build such a thing?
So since the beginning, I built this website to earn some money. Mm-hmm. So since the beginning, the idea is to have some affiliate links inside the post, mm-hmm. and to promote some products that I think are the best. And at the beginning, I was not at all an expert about clothes, but years after years, I was more and more have more and more information about everything. So it was easier to speak about clothes, speak about style, even for women and men, both, because I am on the blog. There is both. So yes.
So did you read some specific books or other websites to get this knowledge?
Yes. Yes. I used a lot of English and from England and American blogs who speak about the same kind of things. But the French style and the American style is very different. So I can't translate things that I see in English. For example, for the wedding, I think it's the best example. How the American people dress for a wedding and in France, it's completely different. So I have some posts about wedding and what to wear, and if I just read and say, I will say the same thing, it's not possible because it's not at all accurate for French style and things like this. So you need to adapt and to check what's happened in the French press. It's a lot of observation to translate this in a post. Yeah.
Does it mean that you also participate in some fashion events or some other fashion workshops or some on hand kind of activities that to kind of learn more about different materials and different accessories? Like, is it also like part of what you did to gain this knowledge?
Not a lot. For example, I've never been to fashion week or something like this because it's not at all the goal of the website, because the fashion week is here to make dream the people, but not to buy. And
it's a big difference.
And everything on the website is done to show product that people can buy, and so there is all range of prices, and it's not at all what we can see. Is not about a style of an actor or thing like this, because an actor does not wear the same thing that you will wear in the street. So the goal is to show exactly what you can wear, what people can wear, your neighbor. And now the tagline of the site has changed, but for maybe 2 or 3 years, the tagline of the blog was "Be the more styled of your neighborhood."
Okay.
So it's to be, it's the goal of the website is to find your own way to find clothes and
to make it
just some
accessible
idea
for as many people as possible. Nice. So it's not. I think it's important to emphasize it that there is a lot of influencers in terms of especially young beautiful women who are dressing up in some particular products to promote it, and then to also gain some affiliate links on their Instagram or other websites. But their kind of business model is more about showing themselves like wearing those things to get to other girls that are like, liking her, and they want to be like her. But in your case, I was also checking up this website. It is in French, but I was using the Google Translate within Google Chrome, so it's easier to browse and to see actually the website. And it's interesting that it's actually kind of like a recommendation catalog that sounds very approachable. Yeah, like even if I would like to find some inspiration for myself, I can browse the sections that are most important for me right now. Yeah, like if I want to buy some long pants because I'm going to Europe maybe soon, and then I would like to have something nice to wear, then you have photos and those information exactly what's now trending, or what's now nice to use to wear. So getting back to the actual kind of setup of this website, did you find your own recipe for it? I'm asking because there is a lot of people, including me, interested into building this kind of machine with this goal of the passive income, but of course it's more about building the leverage. Yeah, so you put up the work, then of course Google search and other factors are helping you to build the proper name and the proper position in the search results for your website. So like, could you tell us what's your mechanism here? Like, do you have a schedule that every week you need to publish 5 new items, or every day do you do this? What exactly do you publish, and do you see some other ways to make it like, if someone would like to follow your lead, yeah, like what would be the advice from you?
The way I publish on the blog has changed a lot. Because now I prefer to publish less, but to publish better content. Because I understood that sometimes I wrote some blog posts that can't be number one on Google, and the goal of this blog is to be number one on Google on specific keywords. It's like this, that people, because the goal of my website is to be first when people are looking for example, men sandals for this summer. They are looking for sandals for the summer. So I need to be the first, or one of the first, for those keywords. And previously I was doing a lot of posts, and some of them were not, the keywords were not very clear. So yeah, it was not very visible. And so I wrote this post for nothing, because it's not very, if it's not visible, there is no click on the link, so I don't earn money with this. So even if the content is maybe good, if it's not well, if the keywords are not well chosen from the beginning, it doesn't work. So now I publish less, but when I publish something, I take care to choose write my keywords to be very specific. And now I have a kind of historic of last year were the best post, and on which post I had very good results. And now I don't publish new content, and just update all the content. Sometimes I publish new content, but when there is a new trending or something new that I never spoke about. But after 8 years, I've spoke about so many things that sometimes I speak about something that 5 years ago, and I can just recycle this old post with a very new content, and it's better for search engine organization, and it's a bit less work for me, and I think it's how I work today. That I don't try to publish more. I just try to update the content on the website to be more accurate, and to work less. Just work to have the content to work. Yeah.
Nice. I totally follow the lead here, that it's really amazing in terms of how long lasting the Google search position of your blog or your website can be, especially in terms of a profitable business. We can see how quickly things are changing in terms of social media, that someone who was a big person on Twitter maybe today is not really popular, only because he or she couldn't kind of transition to the new platform. And today maybe it's TikTok, that it's so kind of like booming and everyone is there, but at the same time a lot of people cannot kind of comprehend that it requires every day even more and more work from you. It seems that especially when the saturation of any social media becomes so high, like Facebook or Instagram right now, that if you are the new person trying to break through those algorithms and a lot of content, it's almost impossible, to be a star or just in terms of earning a business, while we have this kind of completely opposite world of building a proper blog or proper website with open source tools like WordPress and other plugins that are there to help you, and you can actually work less and less over time, because the heavy lifting, the job was done before, and it seems that in your case it's really a good example of how one person can create such a machine. And I am interested in exactly your tools. So could you tell me more about your tech stack, broadly speaking? What's your hardware? What's your software for your work, your everyday activities?
So I just use a MacBook Pro, and yes, for traveling, I think it's the best. In Australia, it was very, very great.
From which year?
Sorry?
Excuse me. From which year did you buy the MacBook Pro?
Only France, so I think it's 2017. I think something like this. Yes, 2017. So it's the one with the keyboard with making a lot of noise.
But it's still working, is it?
Yeah, I think it's working pretty well. So and so the only thing I use as hardware, I don't have a tablet or I have my phone, but I don't use it to work. Just MacBook Pro is enough. And as a software, I use a lot of Photoshop, because of course for all the image of the blog, it's very useful. And then I use to build the website and things like this. I use Oxygen builder. The website is built on this site builder. It's a WordPress plugin. But it's a plugin, but it's a theme builder. So all my website has built.
And why did you choose the Oxygen Builder?
I choose Oxygen Builder because at first the website in 2012 was just a theme, a theme, a basic theme, and I wanted to update to Elementor, but I tried Elementor for my personal website, and it was horrible. I didn't Elementor for any. It's absolutely horrible. When you are a little bit when you are when you use CSS and HTML, when you know very well those two things, Elementor is brutal. I think Oxygen is the best site builder when you are a kind of developer, people with knowledge about how to build a website, because you can change everything. With Oxygen, you can, everything is easy, and but you are very flexible. Yeah, you can change everything, and this site builder has been built for developer or people like this. I'm not a developer, but for CSS and HTML, I'm very good with that. So
nice. Sorry to interrupt this train of thought, but I hear a bit of like hitting of like maybe some
yes.
Yeah.
It's my
I don't know.
on the table.
Okay. So getting back to those tools, you also use Rank Math, the plugin for SEO.
Yes, for SEO, yes, it's Rank Math. Yes, I was using.
Why do you prefer this one?
Yeah, I prefer this one because for many years I was using Yoast, like maybe one. But Yoast, one day I say, oh no, it's enough. And I think Rank Math is better because there is no ads on this tool. So it's one of the reasons. But I think Rank Math is the UI is better, and
do you see the actual difference in terms of position of your blog content now?
No. I think the tools are the same. Yeah, it's just how it's displayed, and the philosophy behind the plugin is very different. Because one is a free plugin. Yours is a free plugin, but you have a premium version. While for Rank Math, it's everything like Yoast, but everything is free. And I think it's a bit better. But I think Rank Math exists because previously there was Yoast. So we can thank Yoast for a lot of things, but today we have made so many mistakes in their communication. And few days ago, they had done mistakes in their upgrade. I don't know if you heard about this, but there is a big mistake because when you updated the plugin, all your pages go to no index. So
seriously?
So
okay, so I need to check my website now.
After they updated we say, we changed because there's a big mistakes. But if you updated the plugin, all your website was offline for Google. So say, okay, so it's a drop, too much drop. But it's So I think it's time to change. And like others, I've also tried another one who's called SEO Framework. Yeah, it's pretty good too. But Rank Math, I think, is a bit better.
Nice. I'm noting down those things. So you also recommended me some time ago the plugin called Mihdan, no external links. which is kind of important for everyone who is using affiliate links. Could you tell a bit more? Why did you look for it, and how does it work for you?
Yeah. When you are working with affiliate platform, all the links can be very ugly because it's a very long links, and for the SEO, it's better to cloak the links for Google, because if you cloak the link, you can say to Google that all the link who have the same beginning, so all the link who are blocked, you can say, no, don't follow those links. So yeah, Google will never click on the link on my website. So yeah, it's better for SEO of affiliate websites to cloak, and nobody can know exactly that it's an affiliate link before to click, because the URL is like if it goes on another page of my blog, and when they try to go, they are redirect to the affiliate website. So yes, it's better.
And it also helps in terms if a user use some ad block, yeah.
Yeah, too. Yeah, it's useful because it depends on which ad blocker people are using, but yeah, some affiliate links are blocked, and you can't go to the affiliate link with a normal link. But if you cloak the link and you are using a JavaScript redirection, yes, it's working. So I don't know exactly how many % of people on internet are using ad blocker, but I think it's a lot of people, maybe 50% or something like this.
It's growing, definitely.
Yeah, it can be interesting to do this for your affiliate website. You have a cloaking plugin, and this one, yeah, it's very good.
Useful. Yeah.
And it's free. Yeah,
I will
there's
also...
a lot of pay for this, and this one is free, and you have more option than the one you paid for.
Yeah, that's always interesting in terms of any WordPress plugins and any WordPress tools, that there is a lot of competition. And for example, the rank math is one very good example, that they essentially, as you said, took all of the features that Yoast is offering, including those that are in the premium version, and they are building a huge following. Yeah, I was using it for a while, and I saw their kind of way to drag you in. Yeah, so you need to create your account, then you connect with the API with your Google account, and then it actually works and looks very, very nice. It solves a lot of issues, especially if you are just starting with your website and you don't know all those details, and there is a lot of things you need to know about proper search engine optimization. Therefore, those kind of plugins are useful. And in the end, it's always a battle, like who can give you a better service. Yeah? Because if they give you for free so many stuff, and they are now working for some premium version. Yeah, so I'm interested in what they will actually, will be selling as a product, because every company, every developer needs to earn money somehow. So it's interesting if they find the way to even make it better, than the competition. So we shall see. Getting back to more kind of digital nomad stuff and how to connect all the dots to make this lifestyle a thing. You said that you finished your kind of day-to-day job when you leave France. So right now, do you have a company registered in France, or are you considered a freelancer? I'm not, fluent in French kind of bureaucracy and how does it work there. So if you could tell, in broad terms, what's your current situation and how does it work for you, and also in terms of getting the income from your affiliate partners.
Yeah. Yes, I have a kind of company in France. Mm-hmm. I say kind of company because the company, it's me. And in France, we have something where you can say you don't have a job, but mm-hmm. you work and you can pay tax for this work, and you have a kind of insurance for this. But this company doesn't have a name; it's just you, and you can't mm-hmm. Have any employee. It's only for one person, and it's you. So I'm like this, and if you earn more than, I think if you earn more than 50,000 euro, you have to change. You have to create a real company. Okay. So for now, I'm less than this amount. So it's pretty good because it's very simple and not very complex. Not a lot of bureaucratic thing to do, mm-hmm. and so it's pretty good for me. I just have to pay my tax every quarter, mm-hmm. And I pay 22% of everything I earn for tax. But yes, I have this company since almost the beginning of my of the blog. Yeah.
Okay. So since 2012.
Yeah, almost. Uh-huh. I think the first year you don't earn a lot of things, so maybe I don't use the company, but after, yes.
And in terms of kind of managing the funds, like, are you required to set up a separate bank account for this one-person company? You don't have to.
No, it's the same. It's the company. It's me. So I don't have to separate both. It's the same. So I can have the same account, and the company, if it's the company name, it's my name. So it's it's very. I think it's very French. I don't know if there's something else somewhere else. Mm-hmm. Something but it's very useful for me. Yes, it's for digital nomad is very cool. Yeah.
Nice. So, do you know any other French people who are doing like similarly to you to traveling the world while having this one-person company in France? Is it like a popular way to run a company?
Yes, it's very popular because to apply to this you just have to register online, and you receive maybe 1 month after a paper to say, you are registered. So mm-hmm. it's very simple, and the tax are almost the same. It just if you want to work with someone, something like this, you can't. It's just for the main how to say requirement. Yes, uh-huh. It's only one.
So in terms of kind of developing your website and your work, because you also do some freelancing, like the SEO audits of someone else's website, or some content creation, I believe also for other companies. It's all under this one business activity. So you don't need to do anything else. I mean, like this one-person company,
Yes, everything is under the same, because when you start the company, you have to say what are you doing, mm-hmm. but for internet things, it's very large. So
it's broad.
It's not very, I can work. When you work on a laptop, it's okay. We don't care if you are a developer, if you are working on SEO, uh-huh. if you are working on anything, if you are a freelance if you're a photographer, or if it's
So
if it's
and did you think about possible future scenarios when you will need to set up a company because you will cross this threshold of this 50,000 euro per year? Did you think of actually setting up a company in France, or maybe like in Estonia, the residency thing, or maybe in UK? Like, did you thought actually about some other kind of popular solution as other digital nomads are doing so?
To be honest, it's something I don't care.
Okay.
Because yeah, but I don't know if there is a translation for this, but in France we have a name to say when you have administrative phobia, and
nice.
yeah,
I understand.
and I don't like to file paper. I don't like to file my taxes, and I don't like it. It's very boring for me. So
okay.
I think maybe I can pay less tax with another statue or something like this. But I don't want to spend time to this because it's complex, and I don't understand these things. So I prefer to go to the simpler thing, and until I don't need to change, I will not looking for something else. So I don't know which other things for me. I can spend less tax since many years, but I don't know.
Nice. Yeah, I totally understand that. If it's not a problem for you, why even bother and why to spend time on it? Okay, so let's relax and think about something else. Can you tell me, because of digital nomad as a lifestyle can be challenging in terms of different problems we are facing and different situations in places that we are currently staying in. You said about Australia earlier that it was actually much more pleasant and easy than you thought originally. But do you have any like regular habits about just checking in with yourself? Do you do some meditation or journaling or breathing exercises? Like, do you have this kind of thing that always calms you down? Doesn't matter where you are.
No. I'm not a meditation guy. So even in Bali, where I think there is a kind of spirituality thing, and especially in Ubud, because I'm actually in Ubud. But no, I don't feel I don't need this kind of thing. I don't need to do yoga. I don't need to breathe in a certain way.
So how about like physical activities? Do you have some favorite sports or other, like jogging or some other stuff?
Yes, but it depends where I am. When I was in Kuala Lumpur, I was doing a lot of gym and swimming pool. But now, I'm doing some bicycle because I'm in Bali and I have a scooter. I have a bicycle, and Ubud is not at all a flat place, so it's very good for the legs.
You can climb some mountains, some volcanoes up there.
I haven't been to the volcano, but just in the street and around Ubud, some streets are very hard to reach.
Sounds good.
But day after day, I see the difference. But so now, for now, it's a bike. But yes, it depends where I am and what I need, because in Bali it's not at all safe to do some jogging, I think, because the streets are very small, and if you run I think it's very dangerous.
Yeah, it's very narrow, especially if you are in the middle of the island, maybe on the beach or somewhere like where there are no scooters and cars. Definitely. Just wrapping up our conversation. I am interested in this kind of like a broad view. Like, what do you have some particular plan in terms what you want to achieve in terms of your work with your website? Like, do you want to build it as a big platform with much more content and much more kind of diverse topics, and do you maybe want to start it in other languages? Do you have this kind of big vision for it?
Yes, because I'm still working on something like this.
Mm-hmm.
So yes, I'm working on diversification. So yeah.
Can you tell some bits of it, but or is it a secret for now?
Oh no, it's in France we have an expression to say that don't put all your eggs in the same bucket.
Yeah, of course. It's not only in French, yeah.
Yeah. And for now, yes, most of my revenue came from one website.
Mm-hmm.
So since 9 months, I have another website. I have a second website, and since 1 month, I have a third website. Mm-hmm. So the goal is to diverse and to have revenue from different kind of things. Mm-hmm. So the first website is about fashion. The second one is a guide about high tech, mm-hmm. about a gift idea, and the third one, the all new website, is about a evergreen topic, because mm-hmm. it's about how to speak French. So
nice.
To very well French. So okay. Yes, it's. So I try to have different kind of website and to be less dependent on one website, because in such an organization, maybe one day or maybe tomorrow, Google will say, oh, your website is not good enough, and you will be less visible on Google. So
it can happen,
everything
unfortunately.
So if you have more than one website, it's easier. It's more job to do for work. You have to work more. But now I have some people who are working with me to help to write some content. So it's a bit easier in this part.
Nice. So
thanks to the new.
Those additional websites are already bringing some revenue, or are you still on the phase of just building up the content?
No, we just earn almost nothing. So I hope that maybe in 1 year the website will start to earn some money. But yes, I'm starting from zero. And every week we add some content, and we add almost around 3 or 4 on the website. Mm-hmm. So I need to have a certain amount of content to start to rank on the keyword I really want. And in the same time, I need to work the link building, because the content is very important, but the link building is very important too. Mm-hmm. And the name of the URL of the website is a brand new URL. So I don't have historic, so I need to create links to other blogs and things like this. So it took a lot of time. So
I'm really glad that you pointed out that if someone wants to follow this example, your example, this is a very long-term project. Yeah, it's not like 3 months in, you have a great time, you do stuff, and then you forget about it. If you really want to build a position in Google, if you really want to start earning, you need to think in terms of years. Yeah, so I also see it on my website that nothing is happening overnight. Yeah, and the amount of work you need to put is tremendous. But at the same time, you can actually build this amazing machine that is working for you. And even if it's just one industry, yeah, like in your case, the fashion industry is kind of like the first thing that you managed to conquer, and you are taking a lot of good fruits from this tree that you planted 8 years ago, and now you're starting to do this in other industries. It's really important to know that this is a long run, it's a marathon, and it is possible. Yeah, so
yeah,
very nice.
It's possible to go faster because I can. It will be possible to hire a lot of people to since the beginning have a lot of posts. Yeah, it will be
but
possible.
Then you would need to have a lot of money, yeah, to invest.
But yes, I have to invest in this, and maybe I will need to do it if I want to do it faster. But I think you have. Yeah, I think it's very complex to have some result after 3 months. But except if you speak about a very new topic and where nobody spoke about this, and on my website I've launched 9 months ago. I had something like this in January because at the very beginning of the coronavirus in January, one night I had the idea. I say, "Oh, it's a topic that we will speak more and more in the next few weeks." And it was in January, so very before the lockdown and everything.
Yeah.
And on this website, I wrote a blog post about the coronavirus and how to protect if you want. But except at this time, no one in France were touched by this virus. But yes, I have this idea because I've seen a lot of content on Twitter, and I've published this blog post, and I had no result after 1 month. But one day, when the lockdown started, there is a very big on this post because I was almost the only one. I think,
exactly.
With already published. So I think if you have the first in something, it's easier to have a traffic. But it's complex to be the first or one of the best. Because the goal.
You need to have experience to know how to do this and just be aware. Yeah, like what are the topics that maybe will be on top in a short term. So I'm really happy for you that you managed to tackle this topic, and like most of the content you produce is in French, and the website for teaching French is, I assume, for English speakers.
Oh no, it's French too, because I think French is a very complex language, so even the French don't know very well how to speak.
So it's how to speak French for French people. Is it?
Yes, because grammar, the rules of grammar, thing like this, and
Nice. Yeah, it's definitely a topic that will find some people because
the advantage is that it's evergreen. So it's an evergreen content. it's something very new for me, but it's something I really wanted to do since many, 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 many years. And I started this project thanks to the coronavirus, because on this period I say, oh, I can't work on my fashion blog because no one wants to buy clothes right now. So I think it's not good to write on clothes right now. And so I say, oh, I have the time to work on another thing. And I have seen this project since a lot of time and say, oh, I will do it. So, yes. Thanks. I launch this website. So I will see if it's good or not.
Excellent. So congratulate on your projects, the new and the old one. I'm really happy that you managed to build it and to such position to allow you for your digital nomad journey. Thank you very much for the whole conversation. I'm really glad that we find the time, and even during the storms in Bali and during the whole pandemic situation, we have a proper connection to record this podcast. So last question, where are you most active online, where people can find you?
I think it's on Twitter, even if I'm not very active on Twitter. I follow. I really enjoy to be on Twitter, and my website. Yes, maybe to have because I have a blog too. It's more about search engine organization. For optimization for this for the blog on my website. But yes, Twitter and my blog.
Excellent. I will put all the links to your projects and your main website in the notes of this episode. So thanks again, and I hope to see you soon.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.